Karnataka is noted for its architecture, and it has structures listed under the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The list includes Hampi, which is located on the south bank of river Tungabhadra and was the seat of Vijayanagara Empire. The Virupaksha temple, a prominent landmark in Hampi, is a part of this landscape. This temple is said to be functioning without interruption since about 7th century AD, making it one of the oldest living temples in India. Virupaksha temple, renowned as one of the most sacred temples in Karnataka, is dedicated to Lord Shiva. The name Virupaksha comes from Virupa, that is, distorted, and Aksha or eye, referring to the third eye of Shiva, located centrally on the forehead and perpendicular to the regular two. Popular mythology says that a distraught Shiva, who had lost his consort, Dakshayani, sat for a long and arduous penance on the Hemakuta hill at this place. While no one dared to disturb him, there were other developments. A demon started causing a lot of trouble to all the three worlds, and the gods agreed that Shiva was the only one capable of dispatching him. In the meanwhile, Pampa Devi, the daughter of Lord Brahma, is greatly attracted towards the meditating Shiva and is observing austerities and praying at the Pampa Sarovara that she be married to the Lord. The gods then decided to enlist the support of the love god Manmatha and his consort Rati Devi to disturb Shiva's penance. Manmatha's repeated attempts meet with unmoved Lord Shiva. Finally, he decides to unleash his love darts, upon which an angry Shiva opens his third eye and burns Manmatha to ashes. Of course, Rati Devi prays for his forgiveness, and the remission leads to the holy festival celebrations. Aroused from his penance, Shiva proceeds to destroy the demon and then marries Pampa Devi. Shiva becomes Pampapati, the master of Pampa thereafter. The place then gets to be known as Pampa Kshetra, which becomes Hampi in later times. In fact, it is believed that the river was also called as Pampa in ancient times. So, to commemorate the coming together of the three-eyed Shiva and Pampa Devi, the Virupaksha temple gets erected around the 7th century AD, which corresponds to the Chalukyan period. The place of worship that was originally built had just a few simple, standalone shrines. It was a religious sanctuary wherein the main shrine faced the river, covering the Manmatha tank on the banks, and reached up to the level of Hemakuta hill. As dynasties changed, the temple also expanded into a vast complex as more and more features continued to be added. Thus, even though every major king and dynasty that ever ruled these parts have made significant contributions since then towards the expansion and upkeep of this temple, it was but natural for the Vijayanagara kings to have greatly nurtured this holy place owing to the proximity. Native art and culture flourished under the Vijayanagara rulers, especially during mid-14th century. When the rulers were defeated by Muslim invaders in the 16th century, many of the structures were systematically destroyed from 1565 onwards. Virupaksha temple, however, was untouched, and many native families managed to live by. At the beginning of the 19th century, there were major renovations and additions. The ceiling paintings and the north and east gopuras came up at that time. At present, Virupaksha temple comprises of a sanctum sanctorum at the core, 3 different ante-chambers around it, a pillared hall and another open pillared hall making up the inner enclosure. Entrance gateways, courtyards, a pillared cloister, smaller shrines and other structures form the outer section of the temple.